the most glorious age of the history of English literature that we had started talking about the Elizabethan age. Okay, in our last lecture, we had seen that how this Elizabethan poetry flourished in the English period and how it has played an important role. Then we slightly move on and have seen that how it is very important to talk about the um, background to the drama, how the drama emerged, and which are the points which Aristotle had talked about while talking about the development of the drama. Then we have seen the different elements which were associated with the drama itself, like we have seen different ages and different what we can say different style of the drama, different time frame of the drama, how the one type of drama emerge as what we can call it as a reaction to the another one. And in that case we have seen that how classical drama come into the picture, and how it has started guiding to the all of the practitioner of the drama in the neoclassical period. So neoclassical is totally opposite time frame, but as the people imitate the whole uh, style of writing, or let's say not only the style of writing, whole um, how to put it in words, how all the standards used by the classical writers, these people had used it in their writing, and they just followed or imitate these classical writers, and that's why it's called as a neoclassical drama. Then we had talked about the Elizabethan drama, then romantic drama. Again, as the rigid rules and laws that the neoclassical drama talks about, romantic drama emerged as an reaction to this neoclassical drama, and how these all things was going on. Then we have seen, in that case we just move forward and see the modern drama, the emergence of the modern drama. Then the drama of 16th century, where particularly the Shakespearean and university wits had played an important role. We have seen the overview of the era. Okay, then we have seen the drama which is based on the different elements of the literature. In that case, a short reminder. Yeah, see, these are things which we had discussed, and the things which I am discussing right now, that is, yeah, modes of theatrical presentation. This is the word I am looking for, but yes, it was not getting clicked to me. Modes of theatrical presentations. The first one, mode of presentation, so the realistic drama or the realism in the drama. Then naturalistic drama, or the drama where we can find the naturalism. It's again, it's come as an offshoot to the naturalism, and here we can find that is as you just go forward, the next thing comes, that is the symbolism in the drama. Most of us, we had imitated or omitted this thing while studied while studying in our masters. We had keep this thing aside, not given that much focus, or let's say that much importance to this one. But today come as a boomerang, and it will definitely strike you in your career. So go again and study it. So this different isms had played a very important role in the development of the drama, like uh, rationalism, then this one naturalism, symbolism. Okay, so we already had discussed these all things, so there is no need to discuss it again. And as we just move forward and see theater of absurd, that was also the thing we had discussed. What is actual theater of absurd, how it is coming to the picture. Okay, what is existentialism theory, we had talked about it. Okay, and how it's come to the picture, that all stuff we had discussed. The role of First World War and the role of the Second World War in the literature. Yeah, but eventually we'll talk about it while we see that particular era. But these are all the things which I have to tell you. Then expressionism, we had talked about the expressionism also. Expressionism, and then one of my famous, that is epic theater. What is these all things we already had discussed. Okay, as this was my first lecture to the drama, which actually devoted to the drama, we had seen from the crash, that from where drama emerge. Okay, the drama name itself is came from the Greek word dren. Okay, so that's all things we had discussed in our last lecture, so I don't think so there is any need to uh, talk about it right now. And yes, I'm not going to discuss about it. So let's move towards the next thing of the day, that is the development of the drama. I don't know whether I have PPT or not. This one. Yeah, development of the drama background. No. Okay, so use the word over here. Yeah, so people, let's move towards the. Okay, so do you know that scholar had divided drama in three different parts? Which are they? Scholars had divided drama or development of the drama in three different periods. Which these three periods are? These names are associated with only one person, that is William Shakespeare. So, development of the drama, we have that is the first part. Second one, we have and the third one, drama with Shakespeare and drama after the Shakespeare or post Shakespearean drama. These are the three different parts which we must have an idea. So you may say, sir, this is how we can go with it. So today we're going to deal with the pre-Shakespearean drama. Means, means drama before Shakespeare. Yeah, as a student of English literature, you must have an idea about the four different types of dramas which we'll probably discuss today. Okay, so when you talk about the pre-Shakespearean drama, this one is better. We have different types. So first one, we have religious drama, religious. Then uh, morality plays. Then you might have heard about this one, interludes. We have a question on interludes. John Haywood's 4P. They were the interludes only. Okay. And fourth one, artistic drama. So these are the four types of drama. So we're going to discuss about these four types of drama, which comes under the category which we can call as a pre-Shakespearean drama. Okay, so the first one, religious drama. As we move forward and you see, religious drama is considered as the most ancient drama in the drama form. It was a result of religious ceremony. Okay, so ancient drama was the result of religious ceremony, um, that was called as a liticary. Okay, then we just as we move forward and see, they must be performed in the church only. Okay, go and check out this stuff. You might have heard about this one, and result of religious ceremony. This was actually the called as literacy. Okay, these are the important things which we must have an idea. Under the category religious drama, at the starting periods, there were two types of drama in beginning, and they were very famous in that type. First one are miracles, and second one is mystery plays. Okay, so the branch of religious drama, when we see these miracles, there is two types of religious drama, and it has again a different kind of um, history. Like there were two types of drama in beginning, miracles and mystery plays, and they both were in that. When you talk about the miracles, they have different four cycles in this regard. Okay, um, it deals with the life of god and goddesses. That is the one point we must have an idea. That is, I have the PPT, but I'm not able to find it again. Okay, we'll deal with this one. No worries. So yeah, we have the development of the drama. The church and its lethargy worked as a stimulus which lead to the birth of the drama. So how the birth of the drama has took place, that is the one stuff we can find here. The establishment of festival of Corpus Christi, which was founded in 1264 for miracle plays. This was the starting phase of the drama. So for the development of the drama, we have this festival of the Corpus Christi considered as a key point, because for the entertainment of the people, even today we know that in our suburban areas, or let's say when we talk about uh, the villages of the India, they have a rich culture, and we always have a kind of festivals in our villages. But there is a one special festival occurs which each and every year. The name of the festival, which we can call as an yatra or jatra. Okay, fair. So it always gives us a means, let's say, a pleasure in the different in different regards. In that case, I would like to tell you one thing, that is, when we were very young children, we used to see some kind of dramas over there which were getting performed in the such kind of fairs, or let's say yatra or jatra. ओके. ती रिच परंपरा अजून पण होती, की आपल्याकडे आता ठीक आहे, की तमाशा जो कला प्रकार आहे, की त्याला आता थोडा वेगळा अँगल आलाय. डिफरंट पीपल हॅड इंट्रोड्यूस इट इन अ डिफरंट वे. पण अगोदर हा एक लोककलेचा प्रकार होता, किंवा आज पण तो एक लोककलेचा प्रकार बघितला जातो. मराठी साहित्यामध्ये त्याला एक लोककलेचा प्रकार म्हणून ओळखलं जातं. सो तो एक एंटरटेनमेंट पर्पज बनला होता. त्यात वेगळ्या गोष्टीनंतर घुसला तो विषय वेगळा. But the same thing we can find that to just give the boost of the local uh, players, or the local who had a different ability to create something. Such kind of festivals has been introduced, and they were getting performed at the different times, or let's say in the different ages, in different areas of the, let's say, India as well as in the world. So one of them is this Corpus Christi festival, which was founded in 1264, and it has given a boost to the development of the drama. So as I told you, these miracles and mystery plays, they both deals with the uh, life of god and goddesses. And as we just move forward and try to study them with the in a deeper sense, we find um, these mystery plays. Okay, yeah, would like to tell you about a bit history of it, and then we'll show you miracles and mystery plays. So in the 12th century, from the reign of Henry the Second, miracles plays were taken from the legends of the saints and Virgin Mary's ascribed acts. Okay, that was the one thing about the miracle plays. Here we can see only the miracles of the great saints, and those who called the servant of gods, and how they had played a different role. Um, in that case, I would like to remind you the wife of Bath's tale, which has been told by the wife of Bath in Canterbury Tales, written by Geoffrey Chaucer. So it has a kind of same storyline with these miracles or mystery plays, which had taken from the legends of the saints and Virgin Mary's ascribed act. So as this goes forward, we find and we see that this impacted the life of the common people a lot, and it always gives a message to them. And this is the only thing we can find that was common in the all types of plays that were getting performed in the early period of the development of the drama. Okay, then uh, then comes this mystery plays. Second one, this mystery plays, they deals with the subjects taken from the scriptures. Now, when you talk about the scriptures, we know that is, I would like to give the example of only the Bible, where we have this Old and New Testament, where we can find that these different stories were there, like Adam and Eve stories. Okay, then God and Satan stories. There were subplots of seven deadly sins. Then this episode from the Eden Garden, and so on and so forth. As we just go forward and we see these mystery plays which were getting performed at that time, they deals with the subjects taken from these scriptures. Okay, and the chief subject was to set forth the central mystery of the redemption of mankind as accomplished by birth, the passion, and the resurrection of the Christ. So these all things, like we can call the gist of the, or the crux of the Bible, has been shown through this, or described through these mystery plays. And the central mystery of the redemption of the mankind as accomplished by birth, that was the one thing um, had described through these mystery plays. Okay, yeah, again, one of the important point which you people must have to remember, that is many mystery plays they derived from the name, that is mystery. In mystery plays, this name mystery is derived from the Latin word called ministerium, means an office of the church. Okay, you find it in mm, most of these top English literature's book. But yeah, it is one of the key point which you have to keep in your mind. Miracles point out their origin, and the mysteries indicate the later stage of their development. So these are the two different types and two different important roles of miracles and mystery plays. Yeah, so again, let's come to this point, that is first written drama was Ludas de Sancta Catharina, written in 1110, at performed at a Dunstable, that is a city, and most dramas were written in Latin language. Most dramas were written in Latin language, as language of church was Latin at that time. Yeah, these are the four cycle you must have an idea. This four cycle associated with the mystery plays. So um, it's like a tour that these people went on, and the number of plays people had performed, they mm, they just gathered under the name of the different cycles. So first one is York cycle, then this the Chester cycle, Wakefield cycle, and Coventry plays. These are the name of the different cycles. This York cycle has maximum drama and the plays. Then Wakefield cycle has the uh, 30 dramas. York cycle, I think, if I'm not wrong, 48 dramas were there in York cycle, mm, and they were performed at the different places on in surrounding to the London area, and that was the part of mystery place. So that is the one thing you people must have an idea. The idea or central theme of this place were this one: mystery of the redemption of mankind as accomplished by birth. And they just try, or the main motive behind these dramas were convey the message of God, convey the sermons to the common people. Okay, so this was the things which we must have to keep in our mind, which were associated with the these miracles or mystery plays. As we move forward, after this one, we have morality drama. In this drama, we have morality drama. In morality drama, yeah, uh, these are the plays. When we talk about the religious drama, at first they don't we can't find the access to the common man to watch this drama because they were getting performed in the church, and at the starting period there was only the church officials or aristocrat people from the society. They have only drama, but then it was getting liberalized, and when it's coming a liberal phase, we can see that it was open to all. And its next version, that is morality drama. So the common man had access to watch these dramas, and they were dealing with the vices and virtues of society. That is also called as a didactic play. So morality plays, they were vices and virtues. Uh, One of the famous example of this kind of play, that is morality play, is people might have heard about it. That is Everyman. Okay, when you talk about this Everyman, uh, Everyman was the book written by um, that was the thing which we have to see and go forward. Another example of this Everyman, is famous example of the Everyman, as I told you, morality play. The second famous example of the morality play is John Bunyan's Pilgrim Progress. In morality plays, we can find that characters were named on vices and virtues, um, and they were described as living things which were talking with each other. So this is about the morality drama. Then comes these interludes. Interludes, in nowadays we can say that interludes are like nothing but the advertisement in between the plays. So um, they are mostly comic and short, and we can't call them as a complete work, and they were not complete work. So interludes actually invented to give an rest to the dramatists who were working on the stage. So they have to speak or act continuously. So um, due to these interludes, they were getting rest in between the plays, and these interludes were getting um, performed in between the plays. So interludes were acted in between the plays and not complete drama. So John Haywood's four P's were considered as the best interludes. And which are these four P's? Any idea? Any ideas about the four P's of John Haywood? Yes. Okay. So partner, apothecary, palmer, and peddler. These are the four names. Yeah. So uh, the next and the very last pre-Shakespearean drama we have, that is the artistic drama. That is mm today's, we can call it as an today's drama, that is called as an artistic drama. um we have this first real comedy which was, we can see over here. Yeah, these are the earliest dramas. These earliest dramas, the new dramas, they were based on the models of Plautus and Seneca. Plautus gave this earliest English comedy, and Seneca gave his English tragedy. So Plautus and Seneca were the mm, what we can say pioneer of the today's artistic drama. Plautus was the one who gave this earliest English comedy, and then we have Seneca who gives English tragedy, and this classical drama gave English drama. It's five act. It set scenes and other features. The first English tragedy is Gorboduc, written in 1562, afterwards called as a Ferex and Porrex. This is the first tragedy. It was written by Thomas Norton, Thomas Sackville, and Earl of Dorset. Sorry. And story of the play is derived from the Geoffrey Chaucer's Geoffrey of Monmouth's Historia Regum Britannia. It is based on episodes in the Geoffrey of Monmouth's History of Regum Britannia, and it's represent first time before member of the Inner Temple mm, in 1561. Actually, it was written in blank verse. That is another famous thing about this play. Second comedy was this Grammar Gurton's Needle, written by John Steele. It was considered the second English comedy, written in 1566. So after tragedy, we have histories. The famous historical plays we have here is this one. The famous historical plays were the famous victories of Henry V, 1588, the Chronicle History of King Lear, 1594. They were early histories. Yeah, let's move towards the comedies. First real comedy was Ralph Roister Doister, written in 1550. It was written by English playwright Nicholas Udall. The play shows the influence of the classical playwrights Plautus and Terence comedies. So Ralph Roister Doister is the name which we have to keep in our mind. In 1550, it was written by English playwright Nicholas Udall. Mm, Nicholas Udall was the person who associated with the Eton School of Drama. Yeah, so this is about the background to the history of drama. Yeah, any questions regarding this? So, this is a sort of history or a background to the history of drama or the definition of the drama. And from this one, we can find this afterwards there is a big thing happened with the drama, and we're going to talk about uh, this big thing shortly. Mm, this big thing is nothing but the arrival of university visits. So university visits are also one of the dominant part of pre-Shakespearean drama. Hmm. So, Nitij, in front of us, have a look into it and then we'll discuss. Hope you can see this properly. Questions regarding this? Well, the university with. This is fine. What is university with? It is a phrase used to name a group of late 16th century playwrights and pamphleteers who were educated at the universities like Oxford or Cambridge. So they were also called as an Oxbridge scholar. Okay, so university with they are also called as an Oxbridge scholars um, who become and they became the popular writer. The term university wit was coined by this George Sainsbury. Term coined by George Sainsbury, and they were studied Oxford and Cambridge. So they were also called as a Oxbridge scholars. Yeah. So that is the name given to them. George Sainsbury, a 19th century journalist and author, who termed this coil, that is the university way. Okay, then Christopher Marlowe, Robert Greene, Thomas Nash graduated from Cambridge University, while Thomas Lodge, George Phil graduated from the Oxford University. And here we have the prominent member George Lilly, George Phil, Robert Greene, Thomas Keith. Though he is not believed to study in any of the universities, but his style matched with the authors of the university, which and that's why he included in uh, the university. Which then we have Thomas Lodge, Christopher Marlowe, one of the famous. Most of us have an idea about his writing skills. And then Thomas Nash. Let's move and talk about the characteristics of the university with. Have a look on them and then we'll discuss. Characteristics of university with. There was a fondness of heroic themes such as that is live of great figures the lives of great figures like Muhammad and the Chamberlain. Heroic themes needed heroic treatment. So most of them we can find that they were talking about the heroic themes and heroic treatment in their work. That's actually the demand. Okay, the style was also heroic. The base medium of the expression was a blank verse. So most of the plays which were written in university with or by the university with, they were written in a blank verse. The themes were usually tragic in nature. For the dramatists were as a rule too much in earnest to give heed to what was considered to be the lower species of comedy. So most of the works written as an tragedies. As the time we can see that tragedies were very one of the famous part of expression, and they were very famous, and they were getting read in day to day life. It was comedies. They were called as a inferior um, part of the drama. So, or that is called as a lower species of the comedy. They lacked humor in drama, and at all, if some humor was brought, it was immature coarse humor. Okay. While Marlowe is the most famous dramatist among them, Robert Greene and Thomas Nash were better known for their controversial and argumentative pamphlets, creating an early form of journalism. Pamphlets were considered as an early form of journalism, and the pioneers of it, they were called as an Robert Greene and Thomas Nash. Greene has been called the first notorious professional writer. Robert Greene has been called first notorious professional writer. In the pamphlet Groats Worth of Wit by Greene, there was an apparent attack on Shakespeare as an upstart crow. Okay, we'll come to it later, but yeah, this is the thing which you must have an idea. All of them wrote in pre-Shakespearean style that separated from the writers of the yeah previous era. Yeah, so these are the characteristics of university wits. The first university wits we have here, John Lydie. Have a look on him. So as you just find the John Lilly, he actually uh, famous for his port language, and he was considered the most neglected poet writer of the university wits. As I told you, here only we have seen that he was a poet, dramatist, playwright, and best known for his book Effusions, The Anatomy of Wits, written in 1578, and Effusions in England, sequel of the Effusions in 1580. He was born in Kent, England. His father was the registered father, Archbishop Matthew Parker. He was a student at his Magdalen College, Oxford, where he earned his bachelor's degree. He started writing comedies after 1580. So first of all, here is he graduated and then started written comedies after it. Okay, these are the Lily's plays. So these Lily's plays were acted before Queen Elizabeth by the Children of the Chapel and by Children of Paul at the Blackfriars Theatre in 1583. He gained control of the first Blackfriars Theatre. In 1632, this Blount published 6 comedies, the first printed plays of the Lily's play, which include the following plays: Endymion, Compass, Sopho and Paho, Galetha, Midas, and Mother Bombay. These are the first folio, we can say, because published in 1632 by Blount published. Okay. Then Love's Metamorphosis was left out among the 6 comedies. We have Lily made a deep influence on Shakespeare. Love's Metamorphosis has deep influence on Shakespeare. Love's Labor Lost. Then the next is Galatea of Lily, has influence of Shakespeare's Midsummer Night's Dream. The proverb all is fair in love and war has been attributed to these Effusions. Okay, so आपण जे म्हणतो ना everything is fair in love and war, हे Effusions मध्ये घेतलंय. So what is this Effusions? Any idea about Effusions? Effusions means it's a kind of Effusion, that was a new term which was gained from Effusions, and it means highly refined way of talking, that is Effusion. And Effusions, it's a love triangle you can find in this book. Midas and Compass are the other works, but Effusions became very famous in particular time. So Francis Merv displaces him among the best of comedies. Ben Jonson named Lily among these foremost rivals who were outshone and outsung by Shakespeare. So as I told you, he was the most neglected writer from the history. You can find his dedication towards the literature in the deep way. Okay. The Maid's Metamorphosis is a late Elizabethan stage play, a pastoral prose published in 1600. The play, a comedy of considerable merit, was published anonymously, and its authorship has been a long-standing point of dispute among scholars, although attributed to Lily. So here are some major works of Lily: Effusions, The Anatomy of Wit, written in 1578. Effusions is a Greek word that means graceful and witty or well-bred man. That is effusion. Okay. Lily adopted this name from Roger Ascham, the school's master. The style of this novel gave rise to the term effusion. Okay. The play is about a young gentleman Effusions of Athens. What is euphuism? As I told you, it's a peculiar manner style of English prose. It consists of a preciously ornate and sophisticated style, employing a deliberate excess of literary devices such as antithesis, alliterations, repetitions, and rhetorical equations. Classical learning and remote knowledge of all kinds are displayed. So, classical learning and remote knowledge of all kinds are displayed. That is the one thing we can see about the euphuism. And as we find that uh, where we just go and see the previous year question papers, we had a question on euphuism which was asked in one of the NET exam, that is what is euphuism. Okay, the second work, yeah, 2 to 3 works, and then we'll move towards the next one. Euphues and his England, it is the well of euphuism, of which it contained the voyage and adventures of the Euphues of Sappho and Pau, written in 1584. It's a comedy by Lily. It is performed at Blackfriars Theatre in set in Syracuse. It is about the romance of Sappho and Pau, which was written on the influence of Ovid's Iliad. So again, Ovid's Iliad is considered as the base to this work. Sappho is the queen, while Pau is a young ferryman. So, story about the young ferryman, Pau, and the Sappho is the king. He is a queen. Epidemion, Endymion, the man in the moon, where was very famous one. He also written the sequel of it, that is the women on the moon. It is a play by Lily. Endymion is in love with the goddess of moon, Cynthia. They never got married because Cynthia was a goddess. The play provides a vivid example of the cult of flattery in the royal court of Elizabeth. So again, this is this is considered, we can find a highly refined language used in this work, that is the Endymion. It has been called without doubt the boldest in conception and the most beautiful in the execution of all Lily's plays. Endymion is finally uh, awakened of a kiss by Cynthia. So this is the end of the play. Yeah, Endymion is also written by Keats, but that was the another story. So it starts with a thing of beauty is joy forever, that is by Keats. Endymion was a handsome young shepherd prince loved by the moon goddesses Selene. That is the story in Keats. Yeah, Women in the Moon is another famous work by the Lily. It is the only play written in the blank verse by Lily. Pandora is the first woman on the earth, is the protagonist of the play. The play has 7 planets as characters. The play is set before the earth was created. The play is a satire on women. Yeah, this is the one thing we most of it keep in our mind, that is this play. Which one? The Woman in the Moon is a satire on women. The 7 planets are unhappy because their best qualities have been given to the Pandora. They all decided to inspire nature, and Saturn, the eldest, goes first to demonstrate his power and afflict Pandora with his characteristic melancholy. In the same way, Jupiter in Act 2, Sol, the Sun in Act 3, Mercury in Act 4, Luna in Act 5, and all demonstrate their power. But finally, we can find in Act 5, under the influence of the Luna, Pandora goes mad, At the end of the play, nature chooses to punish Theseus, husband of Pandora, because he is easily swayed by the opinion of others. So this is nothing but the story of mankind we can find, and Theseus is condemned to be her slave, and follows her in the moon. Mm, yeah, the next one is compass. Lily depended on the natural history of Pliny the Elder for the tale of Alexander the Great, and this compass. Compass portrait is painted by Alep Apples. Then we have compass. Compass was Lily's first venture at writing for the stage. Thomas Nash quote from Compass in his play Summer's Last Will and Testament in 1592. Alexander falls in love with the beautiful Theban captive Compass. That is the story of the play. Galanthea, just go and have a look for the Galanthea. I would like to talk about the Midas. That is allegorical play is based on the book 9 of the Ovid Metamorphosis. That is Midas. Okay, uh, had we heard um, the Midas touch, which is the stuff we associate with this. Um, Galathea, the modern commentators have praised this play as a harmonious variety and allegorical dramaturgy. So this is the thing. So this is about the John Lily, but yeah, I don't want to go with the Christopher Marlowe. Today we'll talk about the Christopher Marlowe in our tomorrow's lecture. As studying Marlowe is not that much famous, studying Marlowe is not that much easy, I would like to say, because he is very famous. So what we will do, we'll talk about the other mm, university bits first, and at the last we'll move towards these two people. First of all, Christopher Marlowe, and then Thomas Green. So this is stuff which we have to keep in our mind, that while studying university bits, we have to keep these all writers in our mind, as mm, they were they work as the backbone of Shakespeare. They have spread this red carpet to the William Shakespeare, and Shakespeare is the one who has used the ideas of these people, and written his own plays. So it could be the good thing to go and study this university with clearly first, and then move towards the Shakespeare. So in that case, see, talk about the mm, John Lilly. John Lilly. So tomorrow we move to George Philip and the other writers. George Philip was an English translator and yes, successful playwright also. We'll move with them. Then we'll see the Robert Greene, Thomas Nash, Thomas Kidd. Thomas Kidd is a very famous person for his author of the Spanish tragedy. then we'll move towards the Christopher Marlowe. So Thomas Kidd and Christopher Marlowe, these are the two names I would like to tell you that will use them in use them last. So by the mid of this week we will cover William Shakespeare, the